Anyone else have this huge fear the world is going to see a major collapse that will affect every single one of us in our lifetime? What's it going to be? I think I spent all that energy having constant nightmares about nuclear war in the 80s. I think on a level, it's just a human thing to do. What helps me is recognizing, 1. So many generations of humans thought the same that didn't suffer a major collapse too. Even if we do get a major collapse, you can't focus on living life worrying about things you can't control. All you can do is make the best of the cards you're dealt. Define collapse. The short answer is no, I don't fear it, because I know for sure that climate change is going to cause some major shift that someone would call a collapse and will affect my ability to get food, water, and shelter. I've known for years and made my peace with that. 1.5C is going to be overshot because almost nobody is acting like it's an emergency, and the changes can't happen fast enough unless it's treated like the emergency. But I'm not afraid because I'm learning skills, so I can improvise my way through it when I need to. A little bit of gardening and farming, useful knots, general repair knowledge, basic construction of things like a fence to keep critters out or support a roof, and for several reasons, not just this I'm apprenticing to be an electrician. Gonna make a career out of trying to help and also hedging against failure by learning useful skills along the way. Most generations seem to believe they are living in the end times. I don't know what it will be, but it will start with an earthquake, birds and snakes, and airplanes, but Lenny Bruce won't be afraid. So collapse is a dramatic event that we picture. A slow implosion is not just likely, it's happening in front of our eyes. Fear of it kinda. Sometimes, at some level, I kinda hope for it. Maybe hope is the wrong word, but something breaking up all the shit in the world, causing chaos, burning down bring up the possibility of a regrowth. Everyone thinks they are living in the end times. But the modern era is particularly vulnerable to collapse from sudden changes shocks, because systems that are optimized are inherently unstable. It's just a fact regarding control theory. It's time to get off the internet and delete the apps on your phone. Start hiking or mountain biking every single day, and having no control over it makes the feeling worse. But it has happened before. The Year of Four Emperors, the Battle at Trafalgar, Operation Barbarossa, the Battle of Champing. These times really did represent a major collapse of the old way and the rise of a new way. Millions were impacted, all over the world. They set in process future events, some of them catastrophic. Yet, through it all, many people were just chillin' on the family farm, growing turnips. Then one year an army came through, burned down half the town, and left, and they were still just growing turnips. They had kids. Some of those kids made it through, and here we are. The point is, that's just how history unfolds. We've actually had a relatively quiet period since 1945. Bad shit will happen in the future, probably related to disputes over land or resources. Many will die, many will suffer. But some will make it through, so just do your best to make it through and enjoy the time you have. Trump's going to lead us to oblivion next election lol. I was born in the early 80s man. I've seen enough once-a-lifetime events for my life. That's why now I'm putting all of my money into DraftKings. Promo code Apocalypse. Solar flare blowing up all electronics, sending us to the dark ages again. It already has. We're currently living in the middle of a massive extinction event. Yes, tons of people do. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry specifically designed to keep you scared and wanting to consume and spend money. Society is going to collapse. Looting everywhere. And I'm going to be the one standing at the back trying to people to queue properly. It's just good manners. I don't want farewell. I don't think so. Based on actual data and trends, the world is actually improving over time. World poverty and hunger as a whole have decreased. A lot of actual metrics have improved. The problem is the little devices we carry in our pockets. They immediately streamline every awful thing that happens right to our brains. Couple that with a 24-hour media that profits on fear-mongering, and it's easy to see why everything feels like end times. It will be regional. Flooding will be the one killer.